there, welcome to my channel, Sponge and Stamp with Tina. I'm Tina Carini. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So today we are going to be playing around with Impressions ABloom, and we're going to create this card. I'm going to show you how I did it, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to come down here to the craft table. We're going to be using the dies for Impressions ABloom. These are the Impressions ABloom dies. Forgive me for the mess because I've been playing with them like crazy, so they're all over the place. But if you haven't seen these are really, really cool. This is a fabulous bundle to have. You can do all kinds of things with the flowers, with the dies, and I'm going to show you just one of the things that you can do today. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I think you're going to really enjoy this. We're also going to be using a die from another stamp set. This is from the Notes and Totes, and this makes the picket fence. So we're going to be bringing that in as well. So I've already gone ahead and pre-die cut all of our flowers and our picket fence. I put it all together except for one panel already, just to save a little bit on time. I've die cut our flowers in some colored cardstock. I've used lemon lime twist. I forgot which one this was. I think this is Bubble Bath, Petunia Pop, Lemon Lolly, and then some white cardstock. We're also going to be bringing in some ink colors. We're going to use Balmy Blue cardstock. This is for our mat, our layer, where we're going to layer our fence and our flowers and all that good stuff. I haven't decided if we're going to do, like my sample card, use Balmy Blue base or not. I may bring in some basic white thick cardstock. Haven't decided that. We're going to need our, we don't really need our piercing mat, but I do need my silicone sheet and some scrap paper for blending. We're going to bring in our blending brushes as well. And we're going to make a little bit of a mess, but hey, it's not fun if you don't make a mess, right? So let's go ahead. The first thing I'm going to do on my sample card, I did take a little bit of the Balmy Blue and kind of blend it around the corners just to give it a little something extra. You can always use a background stamp. You can emboss it, whatever you'd like to do, but I just thought it'd be just nice just to do something simple and just take a little bit of your ink, so it's tone on tone, which makes it a little darker and nice. So my Balmy Blue ink is running out, and I'm out of re-inker for it too. So we're just gonna make do here the best that we can. Mostly all I want to do is just make it a little bit darker up around the corners where it shows a little bit. So just to add a little something something is really all I want to do, just so that it's not a plain cardstock. So that's all I'm going to do, is just a little bit of that. So then I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to try to get as much. There's not a whole lot on there, is it? Okay, great. I don't think I need this one anymore, so we'll put that one aside. I'm going to bring in a couple here because we're going to need those. Let's see. So let's go ahead and start with our flowers. So on here, you can see that I just blended around the outside and then our center. So we've got two centers here because we're going to put one on the inside as well. And we are going to take some Strawberry Slush, which is one of our new in colors. So pretty. I love this pink. It's one of my favorites. I have three favorites. They are Strawberry Slush, Pretty in Pink, and Flirty Flamingo. Those are my absolute favorites. So all I'm going to do for the center is I just inked up my brush, and I'm just going to dab that on there. You can make it as dark as you want or as light as you want. and I am good with that. Then all I'm going to do is just come in to the edges and just blend around the edges. And again, you can make that as dark as you want or as light as you want. I played with this and played with this and made all different colors for them, for the flowers. Did different ways, but isn't that so pretty? I just think that's so pretty. And we're done with that one. Then another way you can do too is you can just take it and swirl it in the inside. And again, you can make this as dark or as light as you want, just like so. And then when you put your center on there, and it doesn't matter if you got darker spots or lighter spots, it's pretty cool. And then you just put your centers on there like so. And that's so pretty. And if you want, you can even go around the edges just a little bit if you want your flower to really pop. And it's really fun to see what, colors that you use on cardstock and how the colors change. That is so much fun too. Then I'm going to take some of these little white flowers that I've die cut out too. And we are going to, I gotta stick my glasses on. I can barely see these white flowers because we're going to use these for centers. So I'm going to ink this up and I'm just going to dab on there. Just kind of like so. I think that's probably good. There we go. So those are done. Our centers are done. Those flowers are done. So we're done. Oh, wait. We've got one more thing that we've got to do with the strawberry slush. And, oh, here's one. I've lost them. I don't know. I need 3. Here it is, right here. But I wanted 2 little ones and two little ones and 1 large one. But we're probably going to go ahead and go with that. Here we go, right here. So I'm going to put this one away. All right, so all I'm going to do with this is the same thing. I'm just going to go on the tips of this just to give it a little something. So very pretty. You can pick it up and brush it. You can do it down further if you want to. You can just do it at the bottom if you'd like. Just have fun with it, with your blending brushes and your colors, different colors on different colors, and see what you like. But it is so much fun. Just die cut a whole bunch of the flowers out in different colors of cardstock. There we go. So that's that. So I am done with the strawberry slush. We're going to bring in our petunia pop. Now on my sample card, I did petunia pop on petunia pop. What I'm thinking I'm going to try, I don't know if they'll like it or not, but I'm thinking I might try a little bit of petunia pop on petunia pop, and then I might just add a little bit of gorgeous grape on there because I think that might be really pretty. So there we go. We've got that one. Let's do this one. Just coming around. I don't even care how perfect or not because, flowers out in the wild, they're not perfect, right? And this is really just playing and having some fun. So now I'm going to bring in some gorgeous grape. And I don't even know if I'm going to like this or not, but we're going to try it. It's going to give it a really it really does. It makes it pop a little bit more, I think. So let's see if you can see that. Isn't that pretty? So let's do that to the other ones. I'm just barely going on to the edge here. So pretty. There we go. One more to do. I have a couple of extra white ones over here, so I think I might try something. Let's see what this would look like. I'm going to try one of these pink ones and see what that would look like if I put a little purple in there. No, it blends in too much. Okay, so we're going to have to bring back in our strawberry slush and do another one of those little tiny flowers. So let's do that right here. There we go. There we are. Okay, so that's that. Now one last thing to do, and that is our leaves. I've die cut some stems and some leaves, and we're going to do a little bit of blending on those as well. I don't know how many of these leaves I'm going to use, but we're going to go ahead and do them all. And we're going to do them in some tone on tone. So we're going to use lemon lime twist on lemon lime cardstock. And I think that it's going to be really pretty. I'm only doing the tips of the leaves, just the tips, and down just a little bit. Oh, I'm out of the picture, aren't I? Let's scoot back over here. Here we go. Let's see how I like that. I think we could go just a little bit more, just to really make that dark at the tips. I think we're good with that. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And then we're going to come with this one and do the same thing. Probably could have come in with some granny apple green too, but I really wanted to keep it tone on tone. And I think I'm pretty happy with this. I'll make that tip just a little darker, and this one just a little darker. There we go. And then we have these. You do kind of have to be careful with the leaves and the stems because they are a little bit delicate. I love this stamp set. This bundle has just been so much fun to play with. All right, so I think that's it. If you want to, you can put a little extra on your stems here and there, but I'm not too worried about my stems. That's going to be just fine. But we can. There we go. Just a little bit. If you want to, you can even hit your fence a little bit with maybe some browns or whatever. But I'm going to keep it white. We're going to bring back in this. But before we do that, we need to go ahead and glue on this last panel here. So all you do, I die cut this die twice, so that it would give me, actually I have an extra one because I lost one. It will give you 3 of the wood slats and then 1 of the bars that go across. So I die cut it twice and it gave me an extra bar and 3 more. But I just thought that I would go ahead and die cut it one more time because I wanted it to be just a teeny tiny bit longer. There are little dots, little holes. There's 3 holes on each end And those are what I believe are your nail holes. So I just lined that up on the bar and lined it down at the bottom and kind of tried to get my fence to be even. And there we go. And then I have this extra, and I'm okay with that because all I do is just trim that off. I'm just going to trim that off just like that. So that gives me this beautiful picket fence. Isn't that sweet? And then we're going to just put that right in the center of our card base here, or not card base, but our layer. Whoops, got a little too much glue. It's a brand new glue bottle, so it wants to come out really fast if I squeeze just a little too hard. And I'm just going to put some glue on that. So I love the details on these dies too. They are just amazing. Such pretty. And I'm just going to glue that flat. You can pop it up if you'd like to, but I'm going to glue mine flat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, no, I am going to put it here. All right, I had to stop and think for a second. So the easiest way that I found for me to do this, and of course, if you have an easier way that's much easier for you, by all means, you go right ahead and you do that. But for me, it was easier just to, oh, wait, we got to do one more thing. I am going to glue one of the centers flat because it's going to go on the inside of our card. And then the other one, I'm going to pop up with a dimensional. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put a dimensional right on there. And I didn't really get that centered. I wonder if that will come up. Yes. Yes. And then we're going to just put that right in the center of our flower. And then we need to put the little ones in there. You can use little tiny dimensionals, the mini ones, if you want to do it, to pop it up a little higher. You know what? Let's try that. I did not do that on my sample card, but let's try that on here. These may be too big, so we have to cut them in half. So let's see here. Let me come up through this way and just cut two of them in half. And then I am going to just poke one of these and put that right in the center of that. And let's see what that looks like. Just like that. Oh, I really like that. So we'll do that. We'll take another one. And let's go ahead and I'm going to stick that right there. I think it might be easier than trying to stick it on that little tiny flower. Here we go. So we're going to stick another one of these. Right, like so. One more. We're going to stick that one. Whoops. Right there. Uh-oh. Please tell me I didn't. There we go. My computer screen went black and I thought, oh no, I lost connection. But I'm still here. Okay, so we're going to put that one. I'm going to turn that flower just a little bit so that it hides that dimensional. Just like that. You know, you can even curve your flowers if you want to. You can take your bone folder and curve them. You can curve them down. You can curve them up. I don't really fool too much with that unless I'm hand delivering my card because it goes through the mail, so it's going to get flattened. So I don't really worry too much about that. Okay, so now I know I need my leaves. So I am just going to trim this leaf off right there because this is about all that I want right here. I'm going to bring this flower. Oh, one other thing that I do is I go ahead and I put my backings on the ones that I know are going to pop up, and then the ones that are going to, yeah, that I'm going to pop up. And oh, guess what we forgot to do, or I forgot. Let's move this out of the way. And we have to bring in our little flower stems here. And we've got to glue our flowers on here. So again, I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to put a little tiny glue spot or dot, a dot. Make sure that this is turned the right way. And I'm going to stick my flower just like that. So you guys hang with me, and I have another card to show you where I use these a little differently, these flowers. They actually could be leaves as well, but I use them differently as flowers. And I thought it was really, really cool. And I think you'll like it. And I also use different colors. So it makes it look completely different when you use different colors and you just have fun. I'm going to put that one right there. And then we have one more to do. This one, I'm going to put this. Too much glue. That's okay. There we go. And just like that. So aren't those so pretty? I really do like those a lot. Now the stems are going to be too long because they're going to want to poke through over here. So what I do is I just trim them down just a little bit. Just like so. Let's bring our card back in. And what I do is I just try to figure out where I want them before I do my gluing down. And the reason why I go ahead and put my my dimensionals on things is because that way all I have to do is pick it up and glue it down. That's all I've got to do. All right, so I am pretty good with the way that this is looking so far. Oh, these I want dimensionals on those. So we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to use these little mini dimensionals. They'll work just fine. These aren't very big flowers, so that works. We're going to put that. I think I am going to go ahead and glue my leaf down because I'm pretty sure where I want that. Heavy-handed with the glue tonight or today. And that is going to go about like that. Okay. And then we're going to bring in this one. And I'm going to lay this right here. Just like that. I can tuck that up under that leaf. And then this is going to go right here. It does shift around on you when you're playing around with it, but it's okay. You just play with it till you get it to where you want it to be, or pretty close to what you want. And again, you can always manipulate it and pull things around like so. So I'm pretty happy with the way that that's looking. Now I am going to take one of these and I'm going to cut this bottom leaf off right there. And that is going to come down here. Maybe my dimensional's in the way. That's going to come down. Oh, got caught. Right about there. You know what? We're going to trim this one off here. And then we're going to bring this one back in. That's what I've done. Okay. And then we're going to come just like this. This is going to come here like that. I'm going to tuck this little one under there. And then this one is going to come right up beside that, like that. And then, uh-oh, here it is. That scared me. And then this one is going to come right up in there like so. So there we go. So that's how I do it. And then I know I want to start with this one right here. So I'm going to pull that off of there and I'm going to stick it down. I want my little skinny petal to go out to the side. So we're right there. Then I'm going to pull off this backing here because this one's going to pop up, but it's going to tuck up under there. Then these I'm going to glue down flat. I'm going to kind of like put a lot of glue, like not a lot, but spread it around the flower so that it can, whatever stems and stuff it catches, it'll go ahead and glue that down so I don't have to worry too much about it. Really want this one to be, this petal wants to keep going. Up underneath there. Oh well, this one's going to go on top because I want this to come around like that. That's all right. It covers our leaf a little bit, but it's okay. We can always add an extra one in there if we wanted to kind of help it a little bit. So like that. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and pull these tabs off, and be careful because these do bend and break very easily, but like so, and like so. And then this one here, I know we're going to have to glue it down, so I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on that. We're going to slide it right up underneath there, just like that. This one, I really wanted it to come over just a little bit more, like right there, right there. These are pretty well attached in there, but if you wanted to, you could take a little glue, lift that up, put that down in there. And these leaves are pretty delicate too, because if you look closely, they're cut. So you can, they've got, I don't know if you can see, they're cut. So they're really, really cool. All right, I am pretty happy with the way that this looks. So, oh, you know what? I did have another little leaf that comes out right here, and I think we're going to put that on there. I'm just going to put some glue on there, and we're going to slide that in there. Try to slide it up in there, just like that. Whoops, it stuck to my finger and pulled out. There we go. I'm okay with that. There we go. So now all we need to do is add this to our card front, and that's what I want to try to figure out what I want to do. Do I want to put it on white, or do I want to keep it on the blue? And this is where I wish that I was live, doing this live, because then you guys could tell me what you like, which one you like best. I like them both, really and truthfully, but that's how that would look if you did it on the white. And I think for this one, I am going to do it on the white. So you can pop this up too if you want to, but I'm going to glue it flat because we have some pop-ups on the front. And I really want to be able to mail this with no problems or extra postage. So we're just going to try to level that on there. And then, oh, I did it. Look what I did, you guys. I wonder if I can pull this up. Oh, yay, 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 yay. Ha! There we go. Let's try this one more time. There we go. All right, so we have one more thing to do, or two more things to do to this card. In my sample card, I stamped Happy Birthday, and I did use a different stamp set. I used a brand new stamp set, The Right Words, because I really wanted it to be a birthday card. I have a lot of birthdays coming up, and I don't have a lot of birthday cards in my stash, so I just decided to make these birthday cards. And we're going to use the happy birthday, and then we're going to use to someone worth celebrating every single day. I did this one in Balmy Blue, and it's very, very pretty, but I really wanted it to pop a little bit. So I'm going to move this aside. So what I did was I played with some ink colors. I thought about Secret Sea because it's so blue it's black, and I thought, well, maybe that'd be okay, but it really was just a little too dark for me. So I thought I would bring in Night and Navy, and I really did like the way that that looked. So that's what we used, and that's what we're gonna do today. I already have one stamped and cut just for time purposes. And in case I don't stamp straight like that one. But anyway, so that's what I did. And then I trimmed it down to where it would be the right size. And I did not cut an inside for our card. So let's quickly do that. I'm going to move this out of the way just so that my cardstock does not fall in there. So I'm just going to cut this to 5 1/4 by 4. And this makes a great inside layer piece. You can matte your base too if you want to. I'm choosing not to, but we're going to ink this up to someone worth celebrating. And I'm going to stamp it right about here. And there we go. And then we're going to, I'm running out of space here. I'm going to trim this side just a teeny tiny bit. We may trim it more. We're going to decorate the inside of our card, which is what I had this other flower for. And we have this leaf here. So we're going to do just like that. And we might even bring this one in just to give it a little bit of a corner. So just like so, but we're going to trim this piece down just a tiny bit. We're going to go ahead and adhere this. Just to really make this card really pretty. And we're going to put that like that. Uh-oh. It really does need to go up a little bit more. Come on up. There, I think that's going to be good. Yeah, it could go up a little more. I think that will be okay. Now, let's see if we can get that to go up just a little bit more. Ooh, this leaf right here wants to split on me because I cut the bottom piece off. We're gonna, let's see. Yeah, that's good there. All right, and then we are gonna just put some glue on this beautiful little flower right here. We're gonna put that right about there. I got glue on my fingers, so everything's wanting to stick to my fingers. And then we're going to come in with that one just like that. And then we are all done with that. I'm going to stick just a little teeny bit more glue right there. We're going to flip this over. We're going to put a little bit of glue just around the edges. And we're going to open the inside of our card. I did not need to do that. I was thinking I was on the blue and I'm not. I'm on the white, but that's okay because I think that that really looks classy and that looks beautiful. So there we go. So that's that. So now we just need to attach our sentiment, happy birthday, stamped in Night of Navy. God, I need to get these glue boogies off my fingers. Okay, so I am just, what happened? Just because there wasn't any dimensionals right there. I'm just going to stick 3 little dimensionals on here. We're going to pull these backs off. I'm just going to use my Take Your Pick tool to get those off. Just like that. And then we're going to place this, slip that right up underneath there, underneath the flower. Try to get it as straight as we can. And then we have these other little white flowers. You can color these pink, purple, yellow, whatever you would like to do using your blending brushes or whatever. Sponge daubers will work too if you don't have brushes. Or a sponge. Okay, I know I had, here we go, 3 of those. We're going to stick those about like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. I am going to put the tiniest little dot, maybe, right there. I'm going to stick that down. There we go. We're going to do the same thing for these other 2. Oops, that's a little bit bigger than what I wanted, but it'll be all right. And one more right there. And then you can leave it like that, or you can jazz it up a little bit more and use some embellishments. Now, unfortunately, my new embellishments from the catalog are not here yet or on the online exclusives. So we can either use the, which these are already on back order. They're the antiqued pearls, which are absolutely beautiful. And you can use your alcohol markers, your Stampin' Blends, and color them if you'd like. Or you can use basic rhinestones and leave those plain and color those. On this card, I just took just the regular antiqued embellishments pearls and put those on there with no color at all. With this one, I think I am going to use, we're going to use some Pretty in Pink Dark. And I'm going to color 3 of the little ones just to give them a little bit of color, which they're not wanting to come out very dark here. We might have to use a brighter color. Let's see here. What can I do? You know what? How about a little Flirty Flamingo? Let's try that. Oh yeah, that's a little darker. Not a whole lot darker, but it is. I think we'll be fine with that. And we're going to take those and we are going to put those right in the center of these pretty little flowers. And we are going to be done with this card. So there we go. So that is how I did this card. And I hope that you give it a try And let me clean some of this mess up here because this is the sample card that I wanted to show you here. This is another one that I did. I used an in color, the new one, Timid Tiger. I used Balmy Blue for the flowers. I used Fresh Freesia with Petunia Pop and Gorgeous Grape on the edges. For these, look how I did those. I made those little, what do you call those? Like a cornflower. Isn't that cute? And I did the centers with, oh, I don't remember. I think I did it with the, with pecan pie. But you know what? I did them with the blends. So I used the light pecan pie and just colored in those. The blue flowers, I used Balmy Blue with Azure Blue to go around the edges. And for the centers, I popped the centers up and then I put the tiny little white flowers on there. Then our picket fence, I used the basic rhinestones with Azure Blue. I colored those with Azure Blue. The Happy Birthday is with the Night of Navy. I sponged around with the Timid Tiger around the card panel. And then I stamped with Strawberry Slush. And then I put this one, which is, what did I use? Peach Pie and Strawberry Slush with that. Die cut a couple of the Balmy Blue little tiny flowers and used Granny Apple Green, and I did not blend any or sponge any color on the leaves. I just left them alone, even on the outside of the leaves. But aren't those so pretty? I really do hope that you give this a try and just play with your colors. Cut you out a whole bunch of different flowers and pull out a bunch of colors of your ink and just have fun playing with them and see what you like and create some beautiful flowers to make some beautiful cards. And yeah, so give it a try. All right, thank you so very much for joining me in this video, watching this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I hope that you do so by clicking that subscribe button. It really does help me. Please give me a thumbs up because that helps me too. YouTube will distribute it more so that more people can find me and our crafting fun. Thank you so much for being a part of my YouTube community and my page, my channel, Sponge and Stamp with Tina. Please comment. I'd love to read your comments. Tell me what you think about this and let me know if you give it a try. All right, I think that's it, you guys. Till next time, bye-bye. Maybe bye-bye. Bye-bye.